Foursquare, big winner. They are. Just pretend he's not here. Are they the big winner?
I think they're a winner. I mean, I don't think location is a space where there is a winner and a bunch of losers. It's like a piece of context that's going to be a part of a lot of different experiences. And Foursquare is one of those experiences.
Dennis?
I think we're building great stuff. I don't think we're the winner. You know, I think this is super early in the space. Like, okay, 2 years ago, and there wasn't really anything interesting, going on. I think that we, by placing a lot of emphasis on that post check-in page and adding some game mechanics and really just throwing everything, including the kitchen sink, into the app, I think we've made the space a little bit more interesting.
And you made it interesting how? Check-ins, badges.
Well, just trying to push it in a different direction. We look at a lot of the stuff as we're doing kind of academically. It's just experimenting in the space and seeing what people really find interesting and what people get passionate about.
Tell me behind the scenes at Foursquare when you are looking at the data and tweaking things. What is it that people love to do? What's the really sticky stuff here?
Well, I mean, it's giving people reasons for checking in. And so, what we discovered in some of the game mechanics is people, you get 10 people in a room and they love Foursquare for different reasons. Some people love it because it services tips about, what they should be ordering. Some people love it because they're data nerds and it keeps a personal history of the places they've been. Some people, for some folks, the leaderboard is really important. Some people go out and they try to get, collect all the badges. And so, Naveen and I initially just thought that, okay, maybe one of these things will be interesting and it'll catch on. And it's not one of them. It's it's not all of them. It's a combination of really all of them that make it work. And I think if you started pulling elements out and simplifying it, you might lose some of the magic that that the app has.
How many people are actively using Foursquare now?
It depends on how you measure it. If you measure check-ins, you might see upwards of 35% 7-day active. And if you measure people that just open the app and stuff, sometimes it hovers around 40 to 50.
Okay. How many check-ins a day are there now?
I think we just broke 700,000 check-ins a day on Friday. So every Friday is worse than the Friday before, in the sense that it gets harder and harder to keep up with it all.
How many check-ins a day do you guys see?
We don't have check-ins with
a lot of
Latitude.
stuff. You do.
Well, we have 8 million people who've signed up for Latitude, about 3 million users who
not
use it.
Latitude. The Buzz, remember Buzz?
Yeah.
You can check in on Buzz, right? Through Maps. Right?
Oh, you can have a Buzz that's geotagged to a location.
And you're actually doing check-ins, right? It's sort of the review, you're not seeing it that way.
It's not exactly the same kind of check-in that Dennis has, but I see your point.
But Latitude is passively following people.
No, you can post a Buzz and snap it to a place.
Okay. But Latitude is what you're talking about.
Yeah, I was talking about Latitude.
And how many people are using Latitude?
We have about 3 million active users.
Okay.
And 8 million people who've at least tried it, signed up. And we think the 3 million number is more important. People who actively engage with it.
And that's a mutual follow model.
Yeah, it's a double opt-in.
Yeah. And then you can, once that's done, if we mutually opt in, I can see where you are based on how much information you choose to give me.
That's right. I can let you know exactly where I'm at, or I can give you city level access, so you know I'm in the city, but not exactly where.
Yeah. And do you think that's a product for the masses?
I think it's a really strong start. I think there's some exciting things that we're going to be doing this year on that product that'll make it even more popular.
Okay. Dennis, do you think the masses will love a passive follow model?
No, I don't think the passive
tracking.
Yeah, I don't think the passive tracking model is for everyone. I think it skews more towards families and maybe people that are trying this stuff out initially. We built the dodgeball stuff to be opt-in because there's no other way to do it. And then when passive tracking became available, we were just like, I just don't think this is a good idea. I think people would prefer to opt-in. I think the ideal model is somewhere in the middle, where the phone senses that something interesting is going on. It's like, oh, do you want to check in while you're here? Yes or no.
Okay. All right. So, Chris, you guys don't actually have any products here yet. You have mobile apps, right? I mean, is Facebook the most popular mobile app, or is it Google Maps, or is it sort of? They are 1 and 2.
Those are their 1 and 2. Yeah.
So, how many people use the Facebook mobile app every day or month or whatever?
It's over 100 million people are using Facebook mobile products.
Wow.
Yeah.
Daily? Monthly?
It's not the daily number. That's the monthly.
It almost doesn't matter.
That's the monthly app.
Everyone's using it. Okay.
Yeah, and it's across a number of different products. It's the iPhone and the Android apps, as well as MDOT, which is the biggest Facebook app.
But it's a relatively limited app right now. That's really just Facebook tailored for the mobile phone, right?
Sure. Although we offer Connect as well, so that the Facebook platform is available on MDOT as well. So we think of it not just as the application, but as enabling a bunch of different social stuff to happen on the phone.
When do you get into location? Like, when will that happen? You said it will.
At some point. I mean,
Yeah.
we're going to be talking about it as soon as we have a product.
And is it, I mean, you guys, you know, why? Is it that you don't, and let me ask this question carefully, because I'm not doing what you think I'm doing. I'm not like trying to sneak around into something. Is it that you guys really you spend a lot of time trying to figure out exactly what the right model is, or is it just you have figured that out and you're building it and you'll launch it when you launch it? I mean, are you putting a lot of thought in this, or do you think you know what the model is?
I mean, I think it's clear that a lot of the stuff already happening on Facebook has the context of location. So a status update or a photo, these are things that are happening tens of millions of times a day and are generally about something that's going on. And so those are things that have a location associated with them.
Yeah.
There's a mobile experience and what that's like. It's what does it look like on the web? How do we interact with places like Foursquare? Because in the long run, we're a platform company. We want to offer something that is going to allow users to basically have whatever data they're interacting with 24/7.
Yeah.
So all those things we're trying to consider.
So you will, I mean, probably see Foursquare with Facebook Connect login at some point. We don't have it now, do we? Let's log in with.
We haven't implemented. We have it on. We have it on our iPhone app. We haven't implemented it on other platforms yet.
Okay. And is that
not connect for login, but just connect with to the social graph.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about devices. Go to hardware for a little bit, if you guys would like to. What do phones look like in a year? The hottest phones. What do say not this year's iPhone. Let's even look forward another year and a half, and the Android phones coming out, and all the other stuff, but particularly those two platforms. What do you guys think we're going to see? Feature-wise, speed-wise, everything else.
Yeah, I'll make the comment that in the 20 years that I've been doing software, I've never seen a rate of innovation like we're seeing now. These mobile phones, what's happening to them is staggering. It seems like they're completely leapfrogged within a quarter. You have a phone you think is world class. Within a quarter, the next generation phone has HD camera. It's got faster processor. It's got a bigger screen. And so I think looking out a year's a long time. I think we're going to just see, if you just extrapolate the trend.
Will the screens get bigger? Or just the resolution go up? Because
I
the
think
screen on the
both.
Evo is getting a little too big, don't you think?
I think people will have different kinds of phones that fit their lifestyle. For my daughter, that Evo phone, being able to watch Disney on it, she just thinks that's the greatest thing. It's the right size for her. My wife doesn't carry an iPad in her purse, but that Evo is big enough that she can pull it out and use it as a great experience to browse.
Do you think the ARM chip structure is where things are staying in the near term, or is Intel going to make any real push into that?
I think Intel is going to try to make a push. I think competition's a great thing, but clearly ARM has the momentum.
Dennis, what's your ideal sort of just fantasy phone? What does it look like? You can have holograms and anything you want.
One that doesn't run out of battery.
So battery powered,
Yeah, it's just, all the stuff that we want to do. It's all this passive location tracking stuff. You can do it with Android handsets, but you leave it on, and if you leave the GPS tracking during the day.
So it'd be out of juice by the time we walk to the back of the room.
That's the problem. So we do interesting experiments with this stuff, and it's kind of the direction everything's going. But we can't go there until batteries get better. Even if you leave push notifications on in the app, it drains the battery quickly. And so it's just there's nothing we can really do about that. Just wait for the devices to get a little bit better.
Okay.